How We Intended by Marlon Craft. Marlon Craft hails from Hell's Kitchen. He comes from a musical background with his father being a jazz drummer and his mother producing for an off-Broadway theater company. After coming home from college, he began to concentrate on his music career and has been putting in work since 2015. How's the new album, though? Here's our honest review of How We Intended by Marlon Craft.
How We Intended by Marlon Craft, man. You heard of Marlon Craft?
Yes, sir.
I had showed y'all the video for Gang a couple weeks ago. State of the Union a couple weeks ago. We all seen him on Sway, Funk Flex.
Yep.
He's been doing this thing for a while, man. Was looking forward to this project coming out. How you feel about this album artwork?
Thought it was cool. Kind of gave us the feel of the crossword puzzle and everything like that. So I thought it was kind of unique.
Yeah, I thought it was, pretty cool. It's like almost like a blueprint in a crossword puzzle, kind of like combined. And I like the way it has figure 1 right here in the corner. It almost makes it look like it's an example from a worksheet.
Yeah.
The flow of this project, man, it's one of those moments where you kind of get like some hip hop records, kind of like almost in its purest form. Somebody's getting some records with some really dope beat breaks and actually just dropping the bars all off of it.
Definitely one of those records that, you're just coming for the bars, the knowledge, and everything like that. So definitely food for thought.
Highlights, man. First of all, before I get to at the beginning, I'm going to fast forward, like 11 spots and go to The Working Man. First of all, Marlon Craft kicked the door in with some fire. Oswin Benjamin followed that up, straight killed it. Chris Rivers followed that up, demolished it. And then, I don't know why I didn't see it when I first looked at it, because I thought it only said Oswin Benjamin when I was on the phone.
Okay.
I was driving, so obviously I can't.
Gotcha.
I heard Bobby Fino come on, and I was just like, and then he had that bar, like, I actually knelt with Colin, and I was just like, that's right, you are Arian Foster. Like, I forget that he was Arian Foster for a minute. I just remembered, because I still listen to a lot of the songs from the album.
Okay.
So,
yeah,
I love the fact that he threw that in there. And then I think his name is Radamans came in, straight kill. Radamez killed it. If it's Radamez, man, that's funny. If that's a Juice reference, I don't know if you remember the guy that Tupac kept having issues with. It was Radamez.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn, he took that back then. If was
if
inspiration.
that's how you say it, Radamez. Yeah. I don't know if he. That's not somebody that you want to be from Juice though. A lot of people don't like Radamez, but anyway, I love the intro, the way it started off. That Hoodie Weather came on, and I was just like, okay, this is where we at. We getting into some dope stuff. This is something I felt like when I was in the car, I had turned this all the way up. Absolutely love this record. Grateful and Tell Me Today. Man, I felt like that was a great way to follow those two records with each other. Tell Me Today was a really dope story. I like the whole idea. Like, if you love me, man, tell me that today, because you don't know what's bound to happen.
Yeah.
I do want to point out that I love the way the interludes were played throughout the whole project. Get Off My Yard was crazy. He actually has a music video for this where he's like an old guy in a retirement community yelling at people for being on the yard and stuff like that. It's actually pretty funny and really unique. I love the way that one came out. And then I really love the way he ended the CD, because like all the way from 11 to 17, man, it was straight fire after fire and laid the projects out and the songs out really well together.
Yeah, man, I feel like, he has a really introspective way of getting his music through, especially through his lyrics and everything like that. It's just a way how his cadence is and like how he chooses to bring across this message. I think the first one that hit me was A Lot to Give. I mean, Hoodie Weather was dope, but I really love what he did with A Lot to Give. Grateful and Tell Me Today I'm With You. Like, just those two tracks together was great. Wherever and Get Off My Yard was dope. But The Working Man is most definitely my favorite, just because of the roster of talent on that record. I really liked Looking Up with Miles Monday, and I like Indian.
I also want to point out in The Working Man, it didn't feel like anybody was outclassed. It didn't feel like anybody didn't belong on that track.
Most def.
That's really important to mention, because a lot of the times when you see names like Christopher Rivers and Oswin Benjamin, you feel like somebody about to be out rap. But lowlights, man. As far as a record goes, I don't really have a lowlight. I will say that after listening to his project that came out right before this, Work From Home, this one definitely felt like it got hit with the feel of dealing with coronavirus and not being able to move around in isolation. I felt that on this project, and I wanted a little bit more, like maybe 2 more songs like Get Out My Yard that had like a little bit more energy to them.
I feel that.
Or you know, that's the only thing I could take away from it. And even with me saying that, it's not a knock on the project. I just feel like it sucks feeling how it felt being in isolation, feeling like that's the state this album was recorded in, because at this point all of us are tired of this shit. So
I think that was the issue with the album I had, was the kind of lack of energy. Not to say I want like some just hype and everything like that, but I really felt like I don't think the production on here was really excelling. What really got me to listen to him was him, if that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's kind of like, you know, going back into it again, I was just like, you know, this is cool beats, but I'm not so interested in what the beats are. It's more of what he's talking about. So in translation to that kind of got me like, it's cool, but at the same time, I wish I would have got a little bit more, I guess, interesting kind of production, just to like accentuate what he was talking about a little bit more, if that makes any sense. So that would be the only low light I could think of, is just the fact that the production was kind of like, you know, lifeless a bit. But other than that, he brought life to the track with his vocals, with his lyrics.
you would love the production on the last project.
Okay.
Final thoughts, man. Look, I felt like Marlon Craft is an amazing rapper. He's actually got some bars. Some of them might go over your head because he doesn't really emphasize them. Kind of reminds me of like Wale, like when he first started, like he didn't emphasize anything. So if you missed it, you missed it, and then you didn't think it was a special line.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of that throughout this project, where it's just special bars that you miss. I will say I agree with him about the production. The production has some stuff that's left to be desired, but I can't fight with the fact that this feels like I said, hip hop in its rawest form. I felt like Marlon Craft is part of the culture. You can clearly see that he's studied and he knows what he's talking about. He doesn't feel like he's faking to be here. So I respect the hell out of that, and I think he put together a really great piece of work right here.
Most definitely, you know, I really feel that too, that he is, you know, for the people and everything like that, because just the amount of energy that he has put into his work and everything like that, and the few videos that you showed us and everything like that, and even the freestyles that we have seen, you can tell that this is really, you know, a craft for him, and something that near and dear to his heart. So if you're looking for somebody that's going to give you the raw hip hop kind of feel, it's him, because he got it.
Final grade, man. Look, I'm going to give Marlon Craft a check. Anybody that I meet that doesn't know about it, this is one of the projects I'll probably be recommending to them for 2021. Get acquainted with Marlon Craft. I think he's a dope rapper. He's going to be around for a while. He's got some crazy bars. All he needs to do is just pick more great pocket production. He can hang with all the New York elites with no problems, I'm pretty sure. And we got a rapper out of Hell's Kitchen. You know what I'm saying? We got literally the rapping daredevil.
There you go, man. Yeah, I'm going to give it a check just because of the quality of his music and everything like that. You know, while I was a little let down by the production, he still gave us a lot of food for thought. And I feel like it's a lot of stuff that people need to hear. So it's always great when you get stuff like that.